Thank you very much again, ladies and gentlemen, for coming for this session. We're going to talk today about inspiration and theory of motivation and how they are linked together. The motivation theory is known that it uses psychological forces that help determine the direction of individual or group's behavior, which can bring together the efforts and raise the level of persistence. So it is an external force that is used usually to bring better efforts and persistence. And usually, people need to be both intrinsically and extrinsically motivated in order to get the best motivation behavior. And this is usually performed through other factors, like, for example, raising the expectancy. So the people, when they believe that the effort will result in a certain level of performance, they will raise their performance. They will raise their motivation to do the performance. Sometimes you use instruments, also external instruments, so that you attain better outcome and create a motivation from the team they are doing the performance. So the motivation equation is based on certain inputs, which is time, the effort, the education, the experience, the skills, the knowledge, the work behavior. These inputs will create a better performance that contribute to the effectiveness of the organization or the attainment of the organization or the community goals. Now, what is the motivation? The motivation will be better payment, better job security, better benefits, better vacation time, job satisfaction, autonomy, responsibility, feeling of accomplishment, pleasure of doing interesting work. These are the outcomes that is usually creating the motivation. And this is what we see in a capital-based economy approach. Now, part of the motivation theory, as we mentioned earlier, is that to bring the efforts so that it can build the performance and create the proper outcome. So the expectancy of a person or group based on the perception to which extent that, for example, the effort can result in a certain level of performance. The instruments can be, again, the extent of a certain level of result that will create a better outcome through using specific instruments. It might be, for example, computers, it might be proper communication channels, and so on. Now, the valence, the outcome of these things will be that we get the achievements targeted, achieved in a proper way or in a faster way, or it have a better return. Now, there are other theories of motivation that has been brought recently, which focus on what people needs, so that if people needs are satisfied, people will create better outcomes, or people will be more motivated to obtain greater outcomes. The theory actually focus on self-actualization, esteem, seeing a sense of belongingness, safety, and physiological factor. The general motivation theory based on the hierarchy of Maslow. And it helped to realize one's full potential, feel good about oneself, social interaction, security and stability, feeling that he have the proper, things achieved in life. And it is based on motivations like promotion and recognition, more of interpersonal relationships, more job security, and beside having the basic pay that help him or her to buy the proper resources. In inspiration economy, what we focus on? We focus on beyond the needs. We focus on the wants. We focus on actually the purpose of all of these. It's not only about needs. Needs is a must, but what we want to leave as a legacy is our focus. Now, the social learning theory is also relevant to the motivation theory, and it's also related to the inspiration theory. This theory takes into account how learning and motivation are influenced by people's thoughts, by their beliefs and their observation of their community's challenges and problems. There are vicarious learning techniques also, where the learner will be motivated to perform a behavior by switching by watching another person perform and be reinforced for doing so. So the more we watch people and we give them reinforcement or feedback, the more we can bring better learning to them. There are conditions for social learning. One of the conditions is that we observe the model performing behavior. We accurately perceive the model behavior. We remember the behavior and we start to develop opportunities for its improvement. There are skills and abilities that need to be performed in the behavior that we focus on. And we see that the positivity of what we need to reinforce in the behavior. And this is what works in mostly in the inspiration economy learning practices. We also give self-reinforcement. So we advise and direct or create attractive outcome, like visualization, for example, so that it help the performer achieve these things with high caliber or with high outcome. Also, self-efficacy is one of the techniques. The ability to perform the behavior successfully in a proper way itself is one of the main social learning theory techniques. I think we'll stop here and continue with you next time. Thank you.